Hello, my name's Christopher, and today I'm going to show you how to install WordPress on Dockge. So, a little bit about this series, I'm going over home labs, installing things, getting things set up, everything like that. So, if you're interested in that, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel, and let's get started. I wanted to let y'all know about the Big Bear community. We just launched a community on community.bigbeartechworld.com. It's based on discourse, so go on there, join it, and say hi. So, let's get back to your registered programming. So this is what will be installed today. A WordPress. It's a website slash blog, a platform. You can start your way, plug in and extend, own what you make, create with confidence. One platform. There's themes for it. So it is open source. So we're going to get to installing it on Dockge now. So I'm going to start on Big Bear Video Assets. There will be a link down in the YouTube description to get to this. I'm going to scroll all the way down to how to install WordPress on Dockge. And then I'm going to go in the Docker Compose. So version 3 of Docker Compose is being used. And then I'm going to set some services. And then the first service underneath the services called app. The image is the Docker image. So this is coming off Docker Hub by default. This if it doesn't have a URL before this. And a WordPress is the Docker image. It's using the latest tag. So I'm going to map ports 8080 on the host. And if this does collide with another port on your host, you can change it to like 8081. On the container is 80. You cannot change the 80 on the container. You can only change the host. So environment variables are set for the database. So host, user, password, and DB name. And then this should rhyme with the values down here. So volumes are WordPress data, var, www, HTML. So a WordPress data is on the host side. This is a local volume. var, www, HTML is on the container side. Do not change this path. Same thing with the ports. And then it depends on the DB. So it depends on this service down here. And networks are WordPress network. And then this is defined down here. It's a bridge network. And then now in the DB service right here is image, and that's MySQL. It's coming off Docker Hub by default. And 5.7 is the Docker image tag. Environment variables are MySQL database is WordPress. This should rhyme with the WordPress DB name up here called WordPress. MySQL user is Dockge. This rhymes with the WordPress DB user Dockge down here. MySQL password is Dockge. The MySQL root password is Dockge. The WordPress DB password is Dockge, and that rhymes with the MySQL password down here. Volumes are WordPress DB data. This is a local volume. And then on the container is var lib MySQL. Do not change the container's path down here. And then I'm going to put this DB inside of the WordPress network down here. So this, the WordPress DB host right here can connect to the service down here. So what this is doing is this WordPress service right here is going to use this database to connect to it and store the data in this database right here. And it's getting the credentials. So it's telling WordPress these are the credentials to save data inside of here, and these credentials down here should rhyme with these over here. It's going to define the networks down here. So bridge networks defined. The volumes are defined. So WordPress data or WordPress DB data. It's all defined down here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy raw file. Then I'm going to go over my Dockge and get this installed. So I wanted to let you know about the Big Bear Club. You can join it, and it greatly supports this channel, and I very much appreciate it. So if you'd like to join the Big Bear Club, you can go down the YouTube description and go to my Ko-Fi link and join it from there. So let's get back to registered programming. So now I'm going to start on my Dockge. I'm going to go up to Compose right here, and then I'm going to give a stack name of WordPress stack. And then once you do that, you're going to go over this editor right here. You're going to paste in the Docker Compose that I explained over in Big Bear Video Assets. And then once you do that, you'll see it populate on the UI over here. So app and DB. I'm going to go ahead and deploy. What this is doing is it's downloading the Docker container off the registry, getting it extracted, and getting it up with Docker Compose underneath. So we got it all up and running. So I'm going to go over the options in Dockge. So you can see your active stacks, your exited stacks, and your inactive stacks. You can also go over here to the WordPress stack and go into it. You can see your actions up here and the containers that are in the stack, the console log, and then a read-only version of the Docker Compose of what you're using. So if you go into edit, you can see all your containers and you can edit each one, and then it'll sync over here in the editor and vice versa. You can come down here to URLs. You can add a URL. You can add environment variables. You can add networks, internal and external. So once you do that, you can also go over here and add a container to this underneath the services right here. You can see it right here now. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. So it removed it out of the editor over here. So I'm going to discard. So you can restart the stack, and then it'll restart both the containers and bring it back up. You can update the current tags on the containers, and you can stop the stack. You can stop and down, and then you can delete the stack. You can also come down here to the containers and see them right here. You can see a port of 8080 that you can click on and go to the UI. You can go over here to the bash, and you can go into bash, and then it's just a terminal inside of the container. You can switch to SH too. So you can also do it on the DB as well. So that's a little about the options in Dockge. So now we're going to go to the UI. So I'm going to go into the stack, WordPress stack. Then I'm going to go to the port right here of 8080. I'm going to click it. And then now you're in the setup screen for WordPress. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to give it a site title of Big Bear blog. And then the username is admin. And then I'm just going to do password and then confirm use weak password. This isn't going to be staying up for long. And then now I'm going to install WordPress. So now we're ready to go and it should be good. So I'm going to log in, and I would not recommend using a weak password. This is just for the video. So now we're good to go, and we're in here and it's working. So you can go to the post, you can see our post, and you can edit your post. That it uses a block editor. I think it's Guten, or so you can see your media, and then the pages, the comments. You can see all your settings, and if you use a domain, you can change it here, the site URL, and so your writing, there's different settings for it. And then you can also go up here and you can visit the site and you can see what it looks like. So that's how to get WordPress working in Dockge. So I just went over everything to get you started with WordPress on Dockge. So if you like this tutorial, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel. And if you have any video suggestions or you need community support, you can go down to the Big Bear community and join our forum. There's a link in the YouTube description. So stay tuned for more.